Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in. Today, we will be covering OpenAI's launch of GPT 5.4, with its new Thinking and Pro variants, Google's March 2026 Pixel Drop, packed with Gemini automation upgrades, the release of Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite for developers, and NVIDIA laying out its vision for GTC 2026. Let's get right into it. OpenAI dropped GPT 5.4 on March 5th, and this one is being positioned as their latest frontier model, building on GPT 5.2 and 5.3 before it. The big headline number here is a 33% reduction in factual errors compared to GPT 5.2 based on benchmark testing, which is a pretty significant jump. The release comes in two distinct variants. First, you have GPT 5.4 Thinking, which is optimized for deep reasoning and multi-step problem solving. Think of it as the model you want when you need careful, deliberate analysis across complex tasks. Then there is GPT 5.4 Pro, which is geared toward high-performance enterprise production use cases where reliability and throughput matter at scale. Reporter Russell Brandom noted the dual launch, writing that OpenAI launches GPT 5.4 with Pro and Thinking versions. This split into two purpose-built variants is a pretty clear signal of how OpenAI is thinking about deployment these days. Rather than one model trying to do everything, you get a reasoning-focused option and a production-focused option, and developers can pick what fits their workflow. Early chatter from developers has zeroed in on whether that factual error reduction translates into meaningfully lower hallucination rates in high-stakes fields like legal research and financial analysis. Enterprise API users are already reportedly testing Pro to see how it stacks up on latency and cost compared to what they have been running. This release also follows GPT 5.3 Instant becoming the default ChatGPT model earlier this year. So OpenAI is clearly keeping an aggressive iteration pace heading into spring. Over on Google's side, the March 2026 Pixel Feature Drop started rolling out between March 3rd and 4th, and it is one of the more feature-dense updates we have seen in a while. The update reportedly bundles over 14 AI-powered features, with the biggest focus being expanded Gemini automation capabilities. What this means in practice is that Gemini can now more deeply integrate into on-device workflows, handling contextual responses and executing tasks at the operating system level. So rather than just answering questions when you open the assistant, Gemini is becoming more of an active layer that can take action on your behalf right on the device. The update coincides with Android 16 QPR3 and includes a significant security patch addressing 129 vulnerabilities, including an actively exploited Qualcomm zero-day, so there is a practical safety reason to update as well. Accessibility also got attention with the inclusion of Guided Frame, and the rollout covers a wide range of hardware from Pixel 6 all the way through the Pixel 10 series. On the user reaction side, things have been cautiously positive. One Reddit thread highlighted that Google has, quote, significantly reduced instances where Gemini cuts you off in conversation, which had apparently been a frustration point. Other threads showed users discussing the worldwide rollout timeline and asking when features would land in different regions. The overall vibe is that people are noticing Gemini getting more useful and less annoying to interact with, which is exactly the kind of progress that builds trust over time. Also from Google this week, Gemini 3.1 Flash Lite became available to developers through the API on March 3rd. This is a lightweight model designed for lower latency and cost-sensitive applications, sitting within the broader Gemini 3.x family. To put it in context, Google now has a pretty clear tiering strategy for its models. At the top, you have Pro and Deep Think for reasoning-heavy workloads where you need the model to really dig into complex problems. Then Flash Lite sits at the other end, built for fast and affordable API calls at scale. If you are a developer building something that needs to handle a high volume of requests without burning through your budget, Flash Lite is designed for exactly that. It follows the Gemini 3 Pro release from November 2025 and the Gemini 3 Deep Think upgrades from February 2026, so Google has been steadily filling out its model lineup over the past several months. This kind of tiered approach gives developers more flexibility to match the right model to the right job, and the competition on price and performance at the inference level continues to heat up. And then rounding things out, NVIDIA laid the groundwork this week for what is shaping up to be a major event later this month. GTC 2026 is scheduled for March 16th through the 19th in San Jose, and the company released details on the agenda and framing on March 3rd. CEO Jensen Huang set the tone pretty clearly, saying, quote, "AI is no longer a single breakthrough or application. It is essential infrastructure." The conference is expected to draw over 30,000 attendees from more than 190 countries, with over 1,000 sessions planned across the full AI stack, covering everything from energy and chips to infrastructure, models, and applications. NVIDIA is calling it the epicenter of the AI industrial era, which is about as bold a framing as you can get. While no new chip was announced this week specifically, the positioning strongly suggests we are going to see significant disclosures around the Rubin platform evolution, enterprise AI systems, and potentially new inference hardware when the event kicks off. It is one of those moments where the preview alone tells you the actual event is going to generate a lot of news, so we will definitely be keeping a close eye on everything that comes out of San Jose in a couple of weeks. Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.